Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat and today we are in the middle of the first game of Survivor that I'm doing in Season 12. Generally I tend to stay away from Survivor, but it's actually made a lot faster, and after doing the first 3 rounds, I think it's 3 rounds, yes, I decided to start recording. So we have to give away our Rhea Ripley here. We're doing pretty well, I think. Okay, female tag team of charisma. That's not that fantastic for us. I think I'm going to throw this game. I just get rid of the opponent's pro Rhea Ripley, which is good. Female tag team of speed. This one we can't afford to throw. And then we are going to purely rely on our Roxanne Perez to win this last one for us. Which she did. That's us going 4-0. For some reason, the sound effects aren't working. I'm not sure why that is. Everything else is working, it's just the in-game, the in-ring sound effects just are in refusal. So we're lucky enough to be going 4-0, which is very, very cool. And we're going to make ourselves another pro here of Maxine Dupree. We've got a pro up arrow, a pro down arrow, an F1 down arrow actually, which is Asuka, and a pro of the right arrow Roxanne Perez. Now, if we can get a bye this round, that would be very cool, because then we could make a pro of Zarya as well. And that would give us 4 pros. If not, we're going to have to give away one of the Zaryas. Okay, we are going to have to give away one of the Zaryas, and it's the other 4-0 player we're against. Okay, interesting. So the first one is speed and charisma. We're going to go ahead and use our Roxanne Perez here. Then female toughness and speed. I'm going to throw this match. Let the opponent take that one. And then I'm hoping the next one's going to be tag. Okay, we're going to have to rely on Asuka here. 247 toughness. We should win with the Asuka lock. We're now going 5-0. So you might have heard me saying a couple of times in this video that I'm throwing a match. What that means is I'm deliberately putting in one of my weaker cards to get rid of it, to try and get the opponent to use one of their stronger cards, so that later I can use my stronger cards against whatever weaker cards they have left. That's what the terminology means. And we're down to the last 4. I'm on 5-0, 2 players are on 4-1, and 1 player is on 3-2. And this is going much, much faster than it has done in the past. Now, unfortunately, I can't do anything here, so I'm just going to have to swap one of these. And none of these help, unfortunately. I'll take the down arrow just in case. I mean, I'm not sure why, but we are going to be in against an opponent because we are currently down to 4 players. And I think I'm going to get rid of Zarya. That is perfect. That is a pro for us. Okay, a female tag team of charisma. This one, again, I think I'm going to throw this match first. Let's see what the opponent puts out. 2 pros, an F2 Izzy Dame and a pro Asuka. So that means that we've gotten rid of them and we've used 2 of our non-pros. So we still have our F1 and our other pro. So we're going to tag with these 2, and he'll probably put out their 2 weaker cards, yes. So we definitely win this match. And then it all comes down to the final, which is our pro Roxanne Perez. It's going to be power and toughness against Julia, and we might lose this one. If we did, that is our first loss. So we're now down to 5-1. The other 2 are 4-1 and 3-2. So either they'll both be on 4-2, or 3 of us will be on 5-1, and Timon will be eliminated. That is the 2 options. In previous seasons, you had to sit around and wait for a long, long time in between rounds, and I'm glad that they've somehow managed to fix that. I mean, there's a little bit of waiting going on, but it's nowhere near as much as what it was beforehand. And now, thankfully, we can make our pro of Sol Ruka. And that's the one we'll be getting rid of. So we've got a pro down arrow, up arrow, an F1 down arrow Asuka, and our pro right arrow of Roxanne Perez. So having 4 pros is very, very strong. The only way to get 5 pros is if someone actually trades one to you, because you have to trade away 1 card at the beginning of every game. And that's going to be an F2 Asuka. So the first one is going to be Power. And I think we're going to go with Asuka here. And we barely win because we are F1, otherwise Rhea would have beaten us. The next one is Toughness and Charisma, which we're just going to go with Roxanne Perez here and see if we get lucky. Okay, they both eliminated each other. Then the last one is Toughness, which 197 is our best Toughness here, which is going to lose, so it means there's going to go down to a tiebreaker, which means we've got a 50-50 chance of winning. It's also a 50-50 chance of losing. So we are now at the point where we are at 5-2. Now, will Spoon also go down to 5-2, and will we all be 1 game away from losing? Or will Timon be eliminated and we're down to 3 players? Those are the 2 things that could happen here. Just need to sit around and wait. Thankfully, the waiting just isn't as egregious as it has been in the past. I'm fairly sure that I recorded the last game of Survivor that I did of Season 11, and it really took a lot longer than this to go through. And there we are, Spoon has 1. So 2 of us are on 5-2, Spoon is on 6-1, and we will need to... One of us is going to get a bye this round. So I can at least F2 the Asuka. And let's see what the next card is going to give us this. Okay, that is not helpful for us. That is, of course, Julia, and she is not a pro or an F1 for any of my cards. So that would be the card that I'm going to give away. Now, if we get the bye, it's still good, because it means that we essentially get a free win. Okay, we are against Spoon here. Okay, so female tag team of Toughness and Speed. I think I'm going to use the Asuka. Oh, that's an F3 as a dame. Oh, I think we might ruin that. Female solo of Charisma. Well, 214 is the best I've got in terms of Charisma, and we do lose that one as well. So there was nothing that we could do there. I used the best cards that I had, and it just wasn't sufficient. We can probably win this last game, yes. But unfortunately, that's not enough. And we have been eliminated, and we should be in 3rd place. I think we did get a little bit unlucky there with the tie in the middle, but there was nothing that I could do there against Spoon in that game. Let's go ahead and claim our reward for coming in 3rd. We get 200 league points, rare to draft pick. We got Ignition, Grayson Waller and Undertaker, and 2 bronze fusion tokens. And if we will go out here and take a look at challenges, you can see that that is 1 of the 10 Survivor games. So that was indeed the very first Survivor game that we have done of Season 12. Now I'm still trying to get up to the leagues. Now, this is a very interesting thing. I was asking people in my server if this pack is the only way to get the Jacob Fatu and the Alita, and it seems that it is, but you only get this pack if you are in gold or platinum tier. And what that means is if you look at the leaderboard here, you can see that I'm in gold tier at the moment. Currently I'm down at rank 7. I need to get myself up to the top 5 ranks if I want to get into platinum tier. And of course I need to get to 20,000 points if I want to get this Jacob Fatu or Lita. But if you're in silver or bronze tier, it only gives you a chance of getting the Jacob Fatu and the Lita. You need to be in gold or platinum tier and get yourself up to the 20,000 points to secure your league cards. That's how you get those. So unfortunately, there's no other way of getting those league cards other than getting to 20,000 points and being in either gold or platinum tier. And those league cards, I am told, are going to change over at some point. So at the moment, the rewards are Lita and Jacob Fatu, but at some point in the future, those will change over to other cards. I don't know if they're going to stay until the end of this tier, the end of Adventure tier, you know, when a new tier comes out, or if it's going to be a case of every month they just swap into a new set of cards. So if you do want this Jacob Fatu and Lita, then unfortunately you are going to have to get into gold or platinum tier and get your 20,000 points. And 20,000 points is an incredible amount. Now you see here it says that I'm on 2853 of 3,500. But if you go into leaderboard, you can see how many points you actually have. I've got 8,553, which means that I have 11,500-ish left to go. Oh, it just gave me that 200 points there. What, did it forget to give me that earlier? Interesting. Okay, well, there we are. And remember to do your challenges, because your challenges do give you a lot of points. This one's going to give you 1,000 league points for doing 10 games of Survivor, which will securely put me into the next level. And then it's a case of just working my way up to get the remaining 10,000. Unfortunately, I do only have 1 day and 4 hours left to do it, but Survivor seems to be the way to go for getting points. Because if we go into Survivor here, you can see the rewards that for coming first, you get 500 league points, which will make getting those 10,000 points significantly easier. And of course, remember that you can just... Oh, we've got our rare traffic. Let's go ahead and grab that. I'll finish my sentence in just a second. Oh, we got a reset. And our adventure card is... It's Julia! That's very, very cool. In fact, I think that's a pro. In fact, I'm certain it's a pro. So that is very, very cool. It's going to be a pro Julia, a pro adventure Julia for us. And remember that you can just go over to the store, claim your free pack, and your free pack is supposed to contain a survivor token? What? Does it not contain a survivor token anymore? It used to. Oh no. Well, I guess on the plus side, survivor tokens do appear here, so you can just go ahead and claim one from there instead, so that you can continue playing Survivor. But I didn't realise that the survivor tokens had actually went missing from the free packs. So I'm going to continue doing some more Survivor. I'm going to see if I get lucky. But I just wanted to record the first one just to let you all see that the game has been improved. One of the main things that I was staying away from Survivor for was because it takes so long. There's like so much waiting involved, and it seems that they've managed to cut down on that. I don't know how they managed to cut down on that, but it seems that they have, and that is very, very cool indeed. So with that said, folks, that is now going to be it for this little video, and I really hope you've all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.